and just knock on them and find out. Get with a buddy. You can do this a lot easier. Somebody in your immediate area, go door to door with somebody, split up a neighborhood, and just go down the doors. Get names, phone numbers. That's really vital at this time. Get names and phone numbers so that later on you can contact these guys and say, hey, we're starting a neighborhood defense group in our area. Would you like to join, or would you like to come to this meeting we're having next Sunday or Saturday, whatever. But it's going to be up to you guys to do this. You know, I'm just getting the ball rolling here. You guys have to carry it. You guys have to do the knocking on the doors and going and talking to people and getting them enthused. Or you don't even have to get them enthused. If they know anything about guns, gun rights, they should be right there. And I think they will be. But we got to find them. You know, I don't have deep pockets where I can, put on TV commercials and things like that and say, come join the Richland County Citizens for Richland County Citizens for the Second Amendment. I can't do that. But what we can do is go knocking on doors and find who our friends are. So I'm going to ask you guys, before we even start passing our pads, does everybody have a pad, a paper, and a pen? Okay, I'll get you one. Yeah, if you want to, you can take them all at one end and just have them all go down. There you go. I need that back. So, let me just ask you this. Point blank, buddy. Here's one of those gun terms. Who here is willing to commit themselves to go knocking on their neighbors' doors or their town's doors or whatever, and it's not, where you have to make, 2 or 3 hours a night or anything like that. I'm just saying, do a systematic attempt at talking to people in your neighborhood, in your community. Can I have a show of hands that's willing to commit to doing this? And we're gonna have like maybe a 2-month hiatus where everybody just starts doing this on your own. There's no time schedule or anything else. Remember, each one of you are the leaders of your own NDG. This is a very decentralized movement. It's not top down, not top dog down. You guys are all your leaders of your own NDGs, and you can set them up the way you want, according to where your neighborhood is, where the houses are, the way the topography is. You know your neighborhood. You know
I'm around a lot of Amish.
You know what can happen in your own neighborhood. So it's going to be up to you to get your own defense systems coordinated, okay? And you know your neighbor. You know how far you can talk with him. You know what you can say. I could have said a heck of a lot today, more, but I don't dare because I don't know how far along some of you are. So,
Scott, this could also be integrated. I've talked to a couple of people that live around it. It can also be integrated in with neighborhood watch.
Absolutely. If you've already got a neighborhood watch, that's even better. You've already got kind of a system going. But then you're going to have to find the gun owner. But not only is this a self-defense program we're starting, guys, neighborhood defense groups, but it's also civil defense. It's something that you can do to help each other in the time of natural disaster. Say you got a tornado go by. Well, shoot, you know who's got generators, who's got medical expertise. You've got a group all ready to go to assist in this. You can be first responders in that disaster, earthquake, whatever. So it doesn't just have to be the feds or Blackwater coming in, knocking down your door. But of course, that's what we're mainly concerned about right now. But as we get to know our neighbors, then we can start pooling our resources or pooling our expertise and saying, oh, okay, you got this high-powered generator. This is great. Oh, you're a ham radio operator? Oh, you got CB? Hey, let's set up a CB network here. Let's start being able to use CBs instead of the telephone, because you can guarantee that if we have a crisis where they want your guns, you're not going to be able to get on the phone. What we're doing right now is if we get enough heads up on an emergency that happens, we can get on the phone and alert everybody. Later on, we're going to be working on a wireless system where we can all communicate or be alerted through a wireless CB or ham radio system. And then beyond that, if they try to jam us, there are other ways that we can also communicate. Maybe not as quick, but we can muster.
Scott,
Okay.
could I ask, did you by chance ask Sheriff Sheldon what his response is if the feds come in to disarm him or his police or his department? What would his response be?
I have been trying to talk with Sheriff Sheldon on the phone for the last couple of months, and every time I call, he's either out of the office or in a meeting somewhere. Now, I think that's true because I don't think he would have called me back and to touch bases with me after the Ashland meeting if he wasn't interested. And if he at least didn't have some sympathy for what we're doing. Another thing, I shouldn't maybe say this, but where's Tom? Tom, can I say what you informed me of about? Is that okay? Tom has been talking with some deputies, and then also was able to talk with. I don't know how he did it. He was able to talk to Sheriff Sheldon, and he actually invited Sheriff Sheldon to go up to a meeting up in Geauga County, is it? Geauga with Sheriff Mack, who is one of the leading Second Amendment proponents in the country, along with Jack McLam. I don't know if you guys know about Jack McLam and Sheriff Mack, but they're fantastic guys. Really wonderful. Well, Sheriff Sheldon has said that he may be going with you guys. I'd love to make it, but I'm taking care of my mom right now, and it's really difficult to get away from her. So anyway, we'll keep that open. You're going to have some extra chairs there, maybe? So maybe if I could, maybe. Okay. So that's real good. Why would Sheriff Sheldon be even considering going up there with Tom to hear Second Amendment kook, Sheriff Mack, you know, unless he was really interested in what's happening in this movement? I think it's a good sign. And besides, like I said, one of his reply letters to me stated that he was a huge, quotation marks, he used the word huge supporter of the Second Amendment and right to carry. And I've talked to some people that know Sheriff Sheldon, Steve, and they say the same thing. He's a good guy. He is really pro-gun. Very pro-gun.
Has anyone heard
Vampire Killer 2000, yeah.
They held them in the house.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you what, man. And then they went away crying and everything.
this was directed law enforcement and military. People were paying attention to that in the active military.
There's something similar to that going on right now. It's called Oath Keepers. Has anybody heard about Oath Keepers now starting up? They're just a couple months old, but they are members of the military and law enforcement units that are saying no to martial law, no to gun confiscation, no to illegal searches and seizures of homes, no to anything that's unconstitutional having to do with the American public. This is exciting, guys. This is really exciting. Exactly. Now we've got like 30-some states that are at least introducing bills or at least statements of state sovereignty, which is just really exciting. So we're seeing a whole groundswell movement. It's not as fast as we'd like to see, but it's going to gain speed when we see the real economic crisis hit. And I don't think it's too far off. When people start feeling it in their wallet, start feeling it at the stores, and maybe even losing their jobs, there's going to be a lot more people listening to what's going on and starting to think about the Constitution and how it is a protector of us.